Live stream here on lichess and Twitch. International Master William Paschall, aka Sladgie, Vilmos, Pascal Vilmos. What else do I go by? Sparkle Horse, my handle here on lichess. Alright, we try to weed out the stalkers having various names. Weed out the trolls and stalkers. What's up, Sparkle Horse? Bang 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 Drama. Oms, good to see him back. Yevgeny Viktorovich, Making March, Boogie Night, Sumaher, Pranav, Asterbait VIP, Payola. We've got 10 players already, guys. This Tuesday night, we do a tournament every Tuesday, either Rapid or Blitz. Last week was Blitz. We're back to Rapid. This is the 19th Pawnda Rapid Swiss I've organized. I like the routine. It helps me get through this pandemic. So, having a tournament every week, this is maybe my favorite stream. It's fun. It's challenging. I like playing Rapid. I like the Swiss pairings where I don't have to play strong players in the first round. So this is arguably my favorite stream of the week. Kind of relaxing just to play. Asterbait, thanks for joining us. Let's see who's in the chat so far. Another TV viewer, clear your browser history. That sounds like a bot. Let's do this music. Martzi Matsko and Nomiandum. Nomiandum sounds familiar. AKA Etes. King Marcher, thanks for joining us. Guys, please subscribe and donate if you can afford it. Just finish up my coffee. I have 15 minutes normally when the stream starts to tournament time. It's not too devastating of a field yet. It could get stronger. Juicebox Wizard. Wow. Happy New Year. I don't think we've seen you more than momentarily. It's no problem if you have to drop out. You can always come back the next round. But do not try to register after the halfway point. Happy New Year's, Juicebox Wizard. I hope you're alright, wherever you may be now. Good to see you. So we've got another strong field, LOL. L-O-O-O-O-O-O-L from Sumaher. Yeah, it's pretty strong. Nobody under 1600. Got one player under 1600. The tournaments that follow, the players that follow me are weighted kind of on the plus side of 1800, so we tend to have stronger tournaments here. Not a lot of beginners, though I do encourage everybody to play. Don't be afraid to play if you're not 1600 plus. There's nothing but positive can come out of challenging stronger players. You didn't make it through 2020 without a refund scam. Air India refund scam? Airlines during the pandemic. Sounds like fun. Nothing like getting a refund from any airline. Did you get some sort of... you were forced to take some sort of voucher or something? Alright, 10 minutes till start time. Oms is in the field. Bang Bang Drama. Viktorovich, Making March. All these players are pretty strong. Move 11. Anyone had vaccine? Not personally, but a friend of mine who's a doctor did get a vaccine. He posted it on Facebook. Hungarian pediatric surgeon friend of mine. Frontline worker. Obviously a medical worker. In Hungary, you're going to get the first chance to get vaccines. But hopefully people aren't too afraid of fake news. You know the sound of opening beers. I try to be subtle about it. I tried to hide it under the table. Live for chess. So your wife... where are you? Live for chess. No anti-vaxxing, Asterbait. Alright, new notification here. You're in the UK. You're sorry for your simul strength. Didn't know how I get it. Don't know how I get it? Mr. Sonia, what is your simul streak? I mean, I know that you've, like, swindled me the last two. Not really swindled. But how many is that? 3? I guess that's a subtle way of saying 3. Good evening, Schieberspieler. Alright, I've got spam messages. Dude, I'm just gonna block this guy. Why do you do this to me? Seriously. Send me your spam messages. Tournament prizes. That's the worst thing about being a title player now. We get these constant, please join my team. I never beg people to join my team. If they want to join my team, they can join my team. Don't beg me. What's up, Uber driver? Yeah, you pointed out I nailed that troll. I mean that cheater the other day on Monday. I mean, I suspected him for a while, but he was really friendly and nice. You know, it's harder to call out someone who's civil. Usually people go nuclear if you accuse them of being a computer. But he took it really well. I never reported him. He was banned. Yeah, no, I mean, he played a T10 CPL game against Schieberspieler, one of his simuls. So, actually, Schieberspieler is here. Schieberspieler didn't really realize. He only played him once. But the guy had played me 3 times. There was something real weird about it. It was simul games. They were long games. I can tell better from the simul games a little bit. It wasn't one-on-one. He played 2 simul games against me, maybe a simul game and a blitz game, and then 1 simul game against Schieberspieler, which I just happened to notice, just almost randomly. I'm not a stalker. I don't check all of Schieberspieler's simuls. But it just happened that I checked one of Schieberspieler's simuls and I saw a player that I recognized from playing myself. It happened to be that guy. And the game was whoa, you know. It was just really strong. So that was the giveaway for me. Not the games against me, which were suspicious, but the game against Schieberspieler was absolutely. But I don't know who reported him for being a cheater. It must have been someone outside of us, because it wasn't something that I was that certain about yet, you know, that I would report him. I just couldn't play. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the stream. Uber driver, thanks for being a subscriber. Move 11. BG7777. Lucky numbers. Welcome, everybody, to my stream. We're starting in 5 minutes here. Every week I host a tournament, either Blitz or Rapid. This is the Pawnda Rapid Swiss in honor of Pawnda. Pawnda is our stationary mascot. He's in a trance. So Mr. Slow donated 333 bits for, I guess, 3 simul wins. But man, that was awful blunder sequence by me against you, Mr. Slow. I was not 1, but not 2, but not 3, but 4 blunders in a row. Every move I made was a blunder, at the end of the game. It was pretty disheartening. Even when I thought I was completely lost, I think I still had a way to save the game. Anyway, thanks for the generous donation, Mr. Slow. I have to refresh my Twitch page to actually see the donations we've got for this week. Alright. Guys, we're going to get started in just a couple minutes. Canada Master Arms, Uber drivers in, Bang Bang Drama. So a bunch of Master Strength players. Gift a sub to be number 1. Cheer to take number 2. So that's actually our first donation for this week from Mr. Slow. Astrobate toned down the fake news. VIPs don't do fake news. Alright. So we've got... It's the lizard people. Astrobate. Lizard people have tainted the vaccine. And it will turn you into a cannibalistic cult member. So guys, Aldisto's in. Cormoran's not here. The destroyer of my last tournament. A lot of people online now. Be a good GNU this week. Keep your lizard people theories to yourself. You don't have enough channel points to redeem the read the tournament quote reward. Alright. We've got a strong field now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players over 2,200. Oh, Schieberspieler's in. I didn't even realize. Wow. Man, you gave me a good chance last week, Schieberspieler, for not playing, and I devastatingly blew it. I was 7-0 against Cormoran in round 8 out of 9. I hung my queen in a winning position, and I did this like loud, like... It was really funny if you watch it. If you watch the clip, I was just like, oof. Like it was like an over-the-board blunder out loud sort of thing. It was really funny. Painfully funny. And then I couldn't win in the last round. You had whiskey, so chance. Oh, whiskey's good for you. Now you're 21, you can start drinking. Schieberspieler was joking about that last week. Because we live in Hungary, he doesn't have to be 21, it's just 18. So 21 is not... It's not an exciting birthday in Hungary like in the United States. I remember my 21st birthday. There was something about Jägermeister, which I hate. I remember someone buying me Jägermeister shots. That was very unpleasant. King Marsher donated $10. Well, did I miss it? Did we just get a $10 donation? I have a tendency to miss the donations on the stream sometimes. Thank you, King Marcher. Sometimes the streaming donations go right over my head because I'm not watching the stream itself. So make sure. Do you ever go to Cornwall, Sycamore Square? Was that the place next to Bunratty's? No. I remember Bunratty's. Although I don't think I ever actually went in there. I was too young, too overtly underage. I remember that other place. No, I don't think so. I don't know. We were partying somewhere at next to Fenway. One of those bars on Lansdowne Street for my 21st birthday. My friends were like buying shots and like throwing them over their shoulder so they didn't have to drink it. That's like an old trick. If you want to get your friends drunk, you just don't drink your own shots. Watch them suffer. Alright, Schieberspieler, good luck. Good luck, everybody. We're about to start. 5 seconds left. You are playing. Mr. Slowhand. Your first game as a 21-year-old. Actually, Schieberspieler, you were almost born on the millennium. That's kind of cool. No, that doesn't make sense. I need to do my math again? That's right. You were almost born on like the Millennium Falcon. That's right. He's almost born on the Millennium. January 1st, 2000. That would be cool. Close enough, though. Does anybody know anyone born on the day of the Millennium? Mr. Slow coming with the Slav. Yeah, 1954 is solid. You got me beat. I don't reveal my real age. I'm perpetually 39. It's getting a little bit hard to maintain this lie that I'm 39. I'm sort of barely getting away with it. Bishop e2. Queen's Indian reversed. The Slav is painful. I don't know. Slav is very painful to play. It's just, age is all relative. It's all in your mind. Basically, I'm playing as if I'm black in Tory attack here. Objectively, maybe like white's best move is d4, but I don't really want to fix the central pawns. d4 looks like a position I might get in a a6 Slav. Basically reverse Tory attack. Good luck, everybody, except for Schieberspieler. So I couldn't win the tournament without you here last week, Schieberspieler. I choked in the last 2 rounds. And Aldisto, very convincingly, 8 out of 9. He lost a close game against me and then won all of his other games. I was pretty pissed with Acerbate, you know, one of your viewers as well, who was unable to derail Aldisto in the last round. I make him a VIP and he can't even come through in the last round for us. What am I going to do? Alright, very principled play here by Mr. Slow. Is he listening during the game? What? You mean Acerbate? I don't know. Am I weakening my king side with this move? Sometimes h3 is a constructive move, sometimes it's a weakness. If a tree falls in the forest, does it make a sound? We had a follow yesterday from Legbreaker. Very strong blitz player, an old friend of mine. I was surprised to see that. He's on lichess, but I didn't realize that. Maybe one day Legbreaker will show up. Uber driver, you probably know who Legbreaker is. I was thinking of playing this on the previous move, but I didn't like bishop e6. Now we can play it. Again, I'm like black. Guys, please support the stream and subscribe if you can. But it's cool if everybody follows. Just tell your friends about the stream. Mr. Slow is brutal in the simul's. He lets his clock get down to like 30 seconds every move, and you think, oh, he's going to lose on time. Never. Basically, Mr. Slow is like a 30-second increment pro. The 5 or 3 second increments isn't enough. So you play him in blitz, and he's like, okay, he's beatable. But if you give him 30-second increments, he becomes like a totally terrible opponent to face. No, but I blew it against him. I really had a lot of chances. Actually, Schieberspieler, I played the G4 Sveshnikov against Mr. Slow in the last game. The same line I played against you. And I was able to actually play a prepared novelty. I had analyzed that position with Stockfish. And I made a new move. Pretty obvious one. Okay, Mr. Slow, this is far too solid and correct. You need to do something more dynamic, please, before it's too late. I'm not really happy about how solid you're playing here. He's normally playing like the King's Indian. Like, what is the Slav? What is the Slav stuff about? Yeah, novelty in G4 Sveshnikov. So he took the pawn, which the computer doesn't like that much, and then he took on G4 and then played. Then he played. Well, I played, instead of C3, I played H3. Velimirovich had played C3 twice, and Emery Tate. Very important line. With best play, I'm only slightly worse. I don't know. Mr. Solid. What do we do here? What do we do for white here? What would Kramnik do? That's what I'm wondering. What would Vlad do in this position? We need Kramnik. He would lose to Jim Tarjan. This is like how he lost. How was that again? Kramnik is white against Tarjan. He calls himself Tarjan, but it's a Hungarian name. I don't know. How do you pronounce someone like that? Do you say it the right way? Or do you say it the way he says it? Should I mispronounce Tarjan because Tarjan mispronounces it? What do you do in a case like that? Alright. Anyway, I don't know. Kramnik lost against him. Looks something like this. Sort of passive. Viktorovich, 0 cent upon loss. Basically, Mr. So is playing like God. Since when did you start playing solidly? You have no right to play solidly. Kramnik, premature retiration. Is that a word? Can I say retiration? Retirement, probably better. Retiration. I mean, what is this? What does it mean? Retired. Like you swear up and down you'll never play another tournament in your entire life? Or just, what counts? Like exhibition? Tournaments? Kasparov's seat keeps going back to St. Louis, but he's technically retired. Man, Mr. Slow. I am not happy here. I can't remember now. Mr. Slow, does he play the Slav? It's like King's Indian usually, but not always. We've had 97 games now. This is an awful game. I hate myself for playing this stuff. What am I doing? I have no space. Bijak. I hate myself for trading the white square bishops. That's terrible. Why did I do that? I've been playing the wrong plan in this game. I don't know. It looks bad no matter what I do. If it looks bad, don't look. That's all I know. Whoa. Pack your bags. Dig deep and get ready for the next game. Yeah, man, of course. The MVL Nepo candidates, why do you bring that up? That was some kind of really sharp winnower, right? But it makes you ask the question, why is Nepo playing the winnower? People were surprised he was playing the French at all, right? Good God. Ugh. God, this is ugly. I need, like, Petrosian to come back from the dead here. I mean, this game by Black is master level. So far, he's making me look like an idiot. Oh, you're mainly playing French. I wouldn't touch that stuff. I don't know. There's a lot of ways to play the French. I think that's kind of nutty. To play the winnower in a key situation like that. Wasn't he, like, leading the tournament? And he decides to play that line with Black? I don't know, man. It just doesn't seem like a good idea. Of course, hindsight is 20/20. The winnower has never been considered, like, completely safe. I mean, I guess nothing's completely safe, but wow, weird game here. How many knights do I have? He's playing the King's Indian. He's turning the black side of the Tory attack into the King's Indian. Oh, I should say the white side of the Tory attack into the black side of the King's Indian somehow. So what about the candidates tournament? They're going to renew it in March. But as I was saying, the problem is what happens in the Russian Super Final. You know, when one player gets COVID in the middle of the tournament, then the whole thing's like down the drain. You can try to start it and hope you get lucky and nobody gets sick, but what happens if they do? Then what happens? Wait, what? He's used to his comfy 30-second increments. I was worse the whole game. Probably everyone's done. I don't know, even the final position, well, that's kind of weird. He could have played G4 or H4. Sumaher, Ruslan Bear, Schieberspieler. I don't feel very good about that win. Like, in a game where I was never better until maybe the last move. Man, it's a good thing he didn't have 30-second increments. Games from the World Cup. Who are you talking about? No, we're talking about World Cup. The World Cup is like years ago. GM Sid wants to join the Pawn and Horses Club. Yeah, Rajabov's been playing well over for a time, and like he didn't join the candidates tournament, although he was supposed to play. He had reservations because of COVID. Yeah, and he's like punished for that. All right, Schieberspieler surprisingly winning his first game. You got one game remaining. Jeroen, good to see you. You mentioned that there is Siroche Slim. There is a. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to click on your account. There's a streamer battle on Saturdays that our team is signed up for, organized by Dorina Demeter. But I'm not sure if I'm going to play chess on Saturdays. Saturdays is my day off, so I told Jeroen, everyone's welcome to play in the name of the Pawnda team, but I'm not promising to play on Saturdays. I need my day off to maintain my sanity. Looks like Jeroen is in trouble against the devastating Uber driver. Was this a birds opening? F4, G6, E3, and Uber driver's not going to give him D5. So Uber driver's going to force through E5. Oh no, look at that. Jeroen went crazy and sacked a piece in the opening. Oh no, it works. What? Couldn't Uber driver do some kind of Philidor type thing, like king takes, knight g5, king g8, knight e6, queen e8, knight c7? I don't know, man. Uber driver just believed him. Does that even work? I'm afraid that Jeroen's gonna have a hard time. But there's still hope. Wow. He's only one pawn down. Nah, that's too much. Got another request to join the team now. Alright, let me see that opening for a second. I want to see this. Can I analyze this? What the heck? I can't believe this thing in the opening works. Are you serious? Can I do... I don't want to do notation. Wait. Forget it. Alright, I can't analyze it now. Jeroen is hanging on with a tricky knight. Oh no. Another pawn. It's like my game against Mr. Slow from the Simul. I just made like 4 blunders in a row. It's horrible. Alright, analysis board. I just want to see before we start. There's 2 minutes. Is this sound? Are you serious? Eva Moser against Baumegger from Austria, 2000. I know both those players a little. And there's another player who did it against Piotr Win. This doesn't work, man. Uber driver was bamboozled. Bishop takes, king takes. What? King f8, novelty. Double exclamation. King takes f7, knight g5 check. It's like a Philidor trick, but your queen can get out. You can go back and go like check here and trap the knight on a8. Man. What a sucker Uber driver was. Falling for this scam. Unbelievable. Sumaher Aldisto 1-0. Wow. Sumaher's a good attacker. Now Aldisto will be the spoiler. Man, that's a dubious attack there. How much compensation does White have? Eva Moser managed to draw, so it's not that clear. The other player was much weaker. Interesting. Neither player found the best move for black here, knight f8. Just straight up guarding the king side and setting up the knight trap on the next move. Okay, it's playable. It's playable, but it's not really correct. Vidyak, congratulations. Hopefully there's no Cormorant this time. There's additional players now who have joined, Cheesy Noob among them. Wait. Oh, the GC wasn't just joined. He had 1 point. Can anyone recommend some positional chess players as games? Well, I like to recommend Reshevsky, and of course you can go with classics like Rubinstein, Petrosian. I like to go with really famous players. Floor. And you could say Karpov. Lots of positional world champions. Botvinnik. Queen b3. I'm going to have to refresh this. I'm down a couple of knights. So let me get my knights back. Just stay with me for a minute. I'll need those knights back. Thank you. It didn't work? Wait, that's my old window. Yes, I'll delete page. Here's my knights back. Thank you for the knights. Queen b3, hyper modern chess at its best. I wonder why Move 11 was doing like LOL. I don't really count my knights when I start the game. I thought it's just my peripheral vision isn't so good anymore. That's the second time that happened though. It happened last tournament as well. It's always those knights on those knights, you know, those tricky knights. I wonder why you were laughing. It's a kind of Caro-Kann attack for white. Alright, I need to remain calm. Remain calm. Speaking of the winnower French, maybe we'll get a reversed winnower. Well, it's not a Caro-Kann. I mean, he's playing the Caro-Kann with clubs reversed. It's the white Caro-Kann. Cheesy Noob likes, you know, he likes knights better than bishops. Also a winnower. Winnower with accelerated queen b6. Quite interesting, actually. Yeah, you're right. It's not a Caro-Kann. It's French now. He's blocked in his bishop. True. This looks like a bad move. I mean, why would you want to undouble your pawns? So undouble my pawns so quickly. Get me out of here. I'm gonna get me a beer. Bishop a5. True positional play from Cheesy Noob. I could definitely play a5. Bishop b4. Double exclamation. I'm like thinking about sacrificing a pawn here. Seems a bit much. You think I like pandas? It's one panda. What do you mean? Oh, you mean on the... Well, that makes a grand total of 2. It's our mascot. I don't have like a personal obsession with pandas or anything. It's a long story. They are very lovable types of animals. Well, Pawnda is the name of our mascot. Pawnda is the pronunciation of panda in Hungarian. And the pawn is a pawn, so it's a very deep play on words. Okay, cheese noob. I hope you enjoy your stay. Holy Pawnda, Batman. Stick around. You might learn something. Cheesy Noob has a tendency to get in trouble early on, but he can be very tricky. He experiments too much in the opening. But this is definitely not good. When it goes bad, it goes really bad. Well, like last couple times I played him, though, he really was resourceful. But he was never like this lost. He's just completely busted after knight takes f2. He just missed like bishop g3, and that's it. So anyway, what were we talking about? I don't know what he had better. What I was afraid of. I wasn't happy to play bishop e6. What was I concerned about here? You know what I was concerned about here? Queen a4 check. What do I do after queen a4 check? If I play queen d7, he trades queens into an ending, where he's more or less not too bad. And if I play bishop d7, he repeats position. Actually, there I would have rook b8, though. Yeah, so it doesn't make sense. Queen b3, bishop d7, and then I have rook b8. Cheese noob. Noob of cheese. Is there a mate here? Doesn't appear to be a mate. Forgive me if I missed the forced mate there, but I'll take the material for 200 bob. It's a whole rook with check, and he's getting pinned on the c file. Alright, back tournament. Let's see if we can cover some interesting games. Schieberspieler, our other hero. Schieberspieler, pawn grabber extraordinaire. Yevgeny Viktorovich is tough. He's got an active rook. It's pronounced rock in some Eastern European countries. My active rock. Schieberspieler is not, he's not German. He just has a German name. He's Hungarian like me. I'm a fake Hungarian. I'm just a migrant. But Schieberspieler is the real deal. Born and bred in Madirosag. He's won 21 years. 21 years old. FIDE master. Alright, Rook C2. Vampire, chess vampire. He's not fun to play against. Wait, what just happened? Oh no. Wait, I don't understand something. Yeah, that's weird. You have getting creative move there with the Rook C2, but I don't know if you really want to trade pieces. You gotta give him credit for Rook C2 though. I was like doing a double take. He certainly bamboozled Schieberspieler. Schieberspieler likes to play without an overt amount of tactics. Just win with easy technique. Yeah, don't make him think. You're making him think. Thinking is eating up time. It's a tactical position, actually. Really good for Schieberspieler. Let's check out another game while we're free. Ruslan has 4 minutes left in a lost king and pawn endgame. There's no excuse to get a lost position and have lots of time left to think about it. Great Lazarus. So Great Lazarus in a very bad pin. Oh, that's a funny position. Oh, it's actually black to move. The Jesus Lizard. He had Rook E8 there. It's a messed up position. White might be actually okay. Despite that scary Rook on the 8th rank, it looks like he has resources. How strong is Great Lazarus? 2109. But Great Lazarus is not a new account. It has 600 games. Let's see. Member since October 4th. Anything notable happen in October? I'm just wondering if Great Lazarus could be a smurf of another player who played in our stream. Bidyak. Castle Queenside? What are you talking about? Bidyak, I don't know what game you're talking about. Oh, your game? Now? Uber Driver had a draw? You guys had a draw. Boring. It's like watching a Leko game. Queen D8 check. Everything gets traded. Shake hands and go home. And you want me to watch that? Castle's Queenside. 9 cent upon loss for Uber Driver and 11 for Sumahair. Guys might not even bother. Alright, I'm in first place. 2 players with 1.5. We still got a lot of games going on. I mean, I don't mean to be overly critical. It just happened that there wasn't that much going on there. Princess Chess. We saw the blunder, Uber Driver. It was nice. King F8 is a novelty. I don't know, I guess you weren't listening. But we followed that very closely. That was an interesting interpretation of the position with King F8. Okay, Dinekis plays too fast. Looks like he's at it again. His position here is sort of deteriorating. The knight on c4, whoa, I don't like that. You guys need to to use your increments. The worst mistake that people are making is like bad time management. Alright, let's go back to Schieberspieler and see what's happening. Oh. Yeah. That's not good. This is like... Schieberspieler has dreams about positions like this. He doesn't want to part with that pawn, though. He's doing it. He's parting with the pawn. Parted the Red Sea. Uh-oh, bishop takes b5. That's a secret move. a6. Black's going to have to give up at least a piece now. There's no way that black should be able to hold here, but there's still practical hope, I guess. You're going to have to give up a piece. Which way are you going to do it? Doesn't look good. I'm going to close my eyes now. Yevgeny's still playing. What about that other game? Great Lazarus. Ooh, they're in an equal endgame now. Great Lazarus had this weird move, rook c4 earlier. If you go back to that position, I thought after king f8, rook c4 was a funny move, but it doesn't work. Wait, did he have it on the previous move? No. I guess he never had it. King f8 doesn't work. Wait, what? Yeah, he has rook c4. That's a funny move. White ended up losing on time. But I thought this was the safest way for Great Lazarus. Lazarus? Whatever. Nazareth. The Lazarus. After rook c4, like black... I don't know. Black's down a pawn in this endgame, actually. This is winning for white. It's kind of a funny move. Alright. Schieberspieler still going at it. Uh-oh. It's over. .24 cent pawn loss. With one blunder. He was always... Actually, black equalized according to the engine on move 2. But after that, it was just always downhill. That's funny. The local browser calls it equal after c4. I beg to differ. You know, I really don't think that... I don't think that black is fully equal here. Local browser. Sorry. I don't think that's how it works. Thanks everybody for joining me. Please support the stream and subscribe. You can also follow on YouTube. I have a YouTube channel, Video Chess Training on YouTube. We're about to get started round 3. 2 minutes. I like to have a little break. Princess Chess took out Dmitry with his time management. Princess Chess pretty good about managing time. Alright, Cheesy Noob is 1 and 1. Ruslan is 1 and 1. Uber Driver 1.5. So there's only 3 players with 3 points. That's crazy, actually. How is that even possible? 24 players. It's usually like maybe 10 players win, and then about 4 of them, 5 of them. Just quite a few draws. Mr. Slowhand, what happened? Mr. Slowhand lost. That looks like it was an interesting game. He eventually dropped a piece. He played very solid against me. Mr. Slowhand was like Mr. Slav. Solid. He was better the whole game. Until he lost on time. Alright, back to tournament. I'm going to play Schieber Spieler. Game 3 already? What color am I due? I'm due white, and he's due black. Oh no. Already on move 3. Move 3, whatever. Move 3. Game 3. What are we going to do? Get him out of book. What? Oh, I still haven't played Knight f3 preparation? Now I forgot what I was going to play. That's a problem. Make him think and use some time. It's obviously not an uber correct opening by white. How bad can it be? Rapport would like it. D4 is very principled. So it's a Knight H3 Benoni reversed. Has to be you're tilted. Too much fake news. The lizard people stole your stimulus check. All right. We're fine here. This is great for white. It's always good to put your knight on the side of the board. But he's already thinking. That's good. And then the very safe bishop e2. Interesting. What do we do about that? What's he up to? He's trying to play g5? You wouldn't do that. How about f4? f4 for the win. I can always play knight g1 if I have to. Well, I'm thinking about it, Uber driver. I'm prepared if necessary. Always thinking. Always watching you. I would always do like knight h6 against everything. I played whole like blitz tournaments like knight h3, knight h6 every game. Sometimes for fun. It can't be that bad. He said he had whiskey and he was not concentrating on chess today, so maybe this is the right moment. Now he's playing like a pure queen pawn player. A true queen pawn guy. It's reverse Solanci. Benoni. Emil used to play knight h6 all the time. with some decent results. Eventually it became too predictable. It was good at the weak IM tournament level. Queen takes d4. Ah, oh, heartless. Can't believe you just played that. Wow. Queen takes d4. I don't know about any sort of queen a4 thing. Maybe. He's obsessed with exchanging queens. I don't want my knight to be trapped on the side of the board. That's a serious positional problem. I don't really mind trading queens one way or the other here. I don't think it changes the position dramatically, favoring one side or the other. I just don't want my knight sidelined. And f4 is kind of risky, so... I mean, obviously I have a backward pawn at d3, but my pieces are fairly active. Not uncommon, Benoni. Sort of trade-off, let's say. This is kind of an important decision here. If I take the bishop, he has the pawn majority. Now it's equal. More or less equal. I don't really see like why one side is better than the other here. Unless the alignment of the bishops could favor one side. We both have strong knights. What happened? Bishop d6. Symmetry. Guarding c7. I mean, objectively, like, it would have been more dynamic for me to take a different way on e4, but knight takes e4 had a problem. He just plays knight to d4, and I didn't know what I was going to do there. I was afraid I might be slightly worse. I guess we ought to do something. Knight h3 attack. Lud. Not seen you in a while. Welcome everybody to the stream, Dr. Tripp. Actually, I have a really strong idea of f4, f5, f6 here, I think. So that's a brave move, but maybe good. I didn't anticipate this. Nice active plan. It looks relatively equal. Alright, what do I do here? Take on f5? So what does he play? Yeah, but no hints, Dr. Tripp. You know, we're gonna be able to use the moves you suggest while we play, so don't say anything. Not enough delay here. I'm sure he would see 97 check, but I might not. So what's happening? Rook f5 or bishop a7? What's happening here? Seriously, rook f5, bishop f5, knight e7 check. Do I have something better? Bishop a7. It's possible I had something better, but wait, maybe I have something good here. Can't believe it. Rook d5 loses to rook takes c5. That's so sick. Rook d5, rook takes c5, rook takes c5, bishop d4 check. It's unbelievable. Bishop d4. So I managed to win a pawn temporarily. Yeah. It's a good thing I was thinking. He would have seen rook c5. It's an easy two-move tactic. So what's the best now? Seems like his pawns are always hanging. Pardon. Another draw. That's your drawish style, Bijak. I'm just kidding. He's usually very aggressive. Now what? I don't know. I'm up a pawn? What? I'm still up a pawn. I thought it was like through 3 against 3 now. I offered a draw. I thought I was a pawn. I thought I wasn't a pawn up. Whatever. It's not so easy though. I'm gonna be more likely to lose on time. I really thought I lost my extra pawn back and it was equal now. Oh, it's alright. I think it's time to start the next round. Generous. I don't think enough about material. Alright. No, I mean, I was afraid I would lose on time. I was clearly better. But he's faster. I wouldn't have offered a draw if I thought I was not. If I didn't think I was up a pawn, though. If I thought I was up a pawn. I thought I lost my extra pawn and it was like equal. It just goes to show that a lot of masters don't even think about material. I don't think that much about material. Alright, next game. But I didn't really like my position early on. F5. Is it a good move? I doubt it. You must have something more solid there than F5. It's possible that it was a good move. White is violently winning. Yeah, F5 was... He didn't see the E7 square. Alright, next round in 2 minutes. Masturbate never looks at the clock, never thinks about material. Right? Don't play knight h3 on move 1, kids. I was just having fun. So what's happening? Alms has 3 at 2.5. Sumaher has 2. Uber driver with another draw. Oh no. You're kidding me, right? You guys are making 3 move draws now like it's the World Championship? At least I offer draw in winning positions. You guys just offer draws in 3 moves. I could have done that. Bogey Knight lost his first game, then won 2. GM Sid has a bye, a win, and a draw. Cheesy Noob has 2. Making March has 2. So there's tons of players with 2. Dinekis lost 2. Euronzo for 3. No points on the last screen there. Aldisto lost again. What's that? I can't see the bottom of my screen. Someone 2008. Thank you, screen. So Bogey Knight beat Aldisto. Whoa. Yeah, let me see. I have 25 seconds. Well, it's some kind of crazy line. It looks like white was winning. Wow. Wow. Yeah, black. I mean, it was a lot to sacrifice. That looks kind of crazy. Alright. Sorry. Back to tournament. Too crazy for me, guys. I gotta fix the board with a new tab. Guys, if you use Firefox, Mozilla Firefox, there are some bugs regarding Swiss tournaments. So don't panic. If you do run Firefox on your machine, just have to open a new tab and reopen the game. It will work the second time around. I don't remember. We've played this already, I have the feeling. I guess I played D6 last time. Did I do that? I'm out of variations to play. I really should go back to playing C5, which is what I used to play against the classical Nimzo. This is some kind of really older than the earth variation for black, I guess. Passive, solid. When I approached Grandmaster Ivan Farago, who's like a veteran, he's like 75, and I told him about 4d6, he said it was like standard. From his generation, that was a standard move. I mean, then it was basically never played by anybody for like 30 years, and now it's... people are experimenting with this again, I guess. I got it from a lichess. It's really not great, but with all the theory in the Queen C2 Nimzo, Zlatko and I have a very similar approach to the openings. We both like to kind of avoid mainstream theory. It's a Cambridge Springs. That's messed up. Delayed Cambridge Springs. The guy with the H5 Najdorf, exactly. He plays the H5 Najdorf, you know, which is like revolutionary, and now everybody's playing it. Though he wasn't the first, but he plays in like every position. He plays D6 against the Nimzo classical. But another line where he created a lot of trend is Knight F6 and the Nimzovich variation of the Petrov. Now that's actually getting played. People started playing that. They're so sick of the normal Knight C3, Knight takes C3. Knight C3 against in the Petrov for white. It's so annoying for black. He would just retreat his knight back to F6. I did a video about it some years ago that I rechecked it recently, and like all sorts of players are playing that way with black to avoid the main lines. Alright, so what are we doing? Our white setup is like perfect. I mean, I think I like opening theory, but I like to avoid the very biggest main lines. For example, I always refused to play the Najdorf because it was too popular. Even though it may be the best. Yeah, I'm not really liking this position a lot. It's not that bad, I guess. What is it, a Nimzo? Doesn't know what it is. It's a Nimzo. Alright, I agree. Definitely a Nimzo. But I'm not going to castle until you castle. I think that pawn takes pawn is a serious inaccuracy. That doesn't seem right. Though it may not be that bad. There could be a point in playing it, I guess. It doesn't seem like critical. This in general, it's a positional mistake for white. Maybe this particular position isn't too bad to play DE. You're trading a 4th rank pawn for a 3rd rank pawn. This for this. In general, that should favor black. Do I have a threat? Mad Ramus. You avoid lines, all lines. You just make up your own openings. Avoiding theory altogether is another level of preparation. Or why he's thinking so much. One of the keys is if, like, rook c1, I could play queen takes pawn. Just actually capture a pawn there. What's my plan? What is my plan? Does anybody know? Can you find a plan? Again, I feel like I'm playing against Botvinnik with white. Classic Botvinnik strategy. Botvinnik. Bishop f5. But not exactly. Not so easy. Alright. Foggy headed here. Welcome everybody to the stream. International Master Will Paschall. We never hear, and I don't hear any news in Hungary. I would assume the new mutations of COVID would be everywhere pretty fast. All over Europe for sure. I'm not enough of a scientist to really understand the ramifications of it. He's playing like God. Stop playing like God again. Hey, Jim's here. What's up? Mr. Jim? Did I miss something? Thanks for the sub. Who donated a sub to Jim? Asterbate, you donated him a sub? I don't remember. When was that? I wish his bishop was still on g5. That was my worst piece drop of all time. I have to admit I completely missed this move. Whoa. Seriously? I assumed he was just gonna take. That's incredible. You're just gonna leave your bishop in the twilight zone on f5 like that? That takes nerves of steel. Wow. That is impressive. Holy crap. Can't believe this. What am I gonna do? Oh my God. I missed this move entirely. Knight e5. Bishop f6. That's a disaster. Maybe I have a move here? Wow, this is insane. Man, I don't know what to do. White's play is scaring me. You're like positionally crushing me here. What am I gonna do? Try to grab a pawn? Dude, I didn't even see knight to d4. I assume he has to like exchange on d7. Whoa. Just calmly knight d4. He already has 2 points. Half point below the leaders. He beat someone good. You're the first one who beat Aldisto? What is happening? You could have played that last move. You don't need to make that exchange. Though I'm not sure exactly what white should do. It seems like the tension here is benefiting white. I wasn't sure. Maybe bishop g3. The bishop can always retreat back there. It seems like he should keep the bishop pair. That was a blunder. Though I'm not sure I want to allow knight f5 here. I don't think that's a good idea. Black has to be careful. Yeah, maybe now I'm better, but only after that blunder, bishop takes d7, and it's still rather tricky. Of course, his structure's worse, and he's lost his bishop pair. But I think prior to bishop d7, he was better. I propose I beat Schieber next game, you make me VIP for 1 week. Absolutely, Mad Ramus. I think you deserve VIP for 2 weeks if you can beat Schieber-Spieler. Definitely. It's a fair deal. He's like a tactical machine here. Where should I go? Does it matter? Maybe it matters. Whoa. Missed that too. I'm good at missing tactics. No, knight d4. You got it. Another tactic. You missed it. Just kidding. He had no knight d4. Shouldn't joke about these things. We shouldn't joke about these things. White's play is excellent. Incredible. This is such a weak move. I don't mean your move, like h4. I meant my move. Not to be... The way I played it was passive, like rook e7 I was talking about. Weak passive. I feel like I'm playing Bobby Fischer or something. What's up with that? He's like brutal. Wow. I'm so lucky he took on e5. Because I think he's winning after f4 objectively. It's a nightmare endgame for me. He just panicked with the grab. Normally, like, 2 connect pass pawns would be good for you, but in this case, you're lost because the outside pawns. It's such a miracle. You played, like, perfect game. I was lost, I think. Not a perfect game, but a very good game. You know, I think I'm lost here, honestly. When you play bishop takes e5, it looks like black's lost. It's move 40. Maybe I'm not lost, but if I'm not lost, it's like by a... Like, this is the move. Now you've got bishop and 2 connected pass pawns. My knight and my pawns aren't so good. It looks like a Medness endgame analysis here. The engine says it's 0.6 at depth 22, and I can hold. But I mean, you gotta be like God. Gotta defend this very, very well. It's dangerous for black. Those 2 pawns. I would definitely prefer to be white in this position. Okay, good game. Good game overall. Learn from your mistakes. Ugh. So lucky there. Schieberspieler gets a win. GM Sid has a draw with Sumaher prior to this game. Now he beat Uber Driver. Whoa. The normally almost unbeatable Uber Driver lost. That is not easy to do. I'm getting challenged by your friend, but I can't play him now. We're in the tournament. One of your better games against me. There was another good game, at least. But, man, I was worse at various points. I was worse when you played bishop takes d7, too. Both your bishop exchanges were bad, ironically. This happened for the third time. They're, like, trolling me. Normally this thing didn't happen, this error, only in, like, one game, maybe. Now it's happening, like, every game. The simul game where I fell apart, I lost against GM Sid. Just never trade your bishops and you'll be good, B-Jack. There's something in that, though, for you to take away. Probably. Schieberspieler, it's like you gotta take him to the dentist and have his bishops, like, you know, forcefully removed in order to get him to make one of those bishop exchanges. Alright. Bishop implants. Castles. I was telling somebody that I have this classic original Howard Staunton book. And it's the only book, I've told this story a lot, but it's the only book where I've seen an actual printed table of contents or whatever, where the material balance is like written down as 3.5 points for a bishop and 3 for a knight. Now everybody would say that's fake news, like bishops aren't that strong, but this is a book from like 100 years ago. Nowadays computer experts would probably say the bishops are worth what, like 3.2 pawns or something. GM Sid apparently is a London system, which I love the London system, believe me. You guys know how much I love the London system. He's a London system aficionado. Can't get enough London system. But white misplayed here with b4 a little too early. Playing the London system makes you a zombie, I think. It's better to be like Cheesy Noob and just play like c3 on the first move. That's, I think, better for your game. Playing something wildly imaginative than the robotic London. I think it's holding a lot of people back. For absolute beginners, it's fine. But when you get to this point, like he's 2000, I mean, now he needs to be creative. I'm extremely anti-London system. It's not the opening itself that I have a problem with, it's the philosophy, more or less, behind teaching people to like memorize this rote setup. People take it too far. A lot of the players I know who memorize openings extensively are less creative than the non-memorization. But the rote nature of this is especially bad. Alright, black is slightly better structurally here. The bishop's long term. White is still not that bad. That's an impressive upset by GM Sid to beat Uber Driver, who's an excellent player. I don't know if Uber Driver is a master. I think he claimed not, but he's close. What is a master anyway? Noob master, Asterbait. If Schieberspieler loses to Cheesy Noob, we'll make Cheesy Noob a VIP and a new title called Noob Master. The real NM. Okay, now how does he protect his f4 pawn? If I take that. Queen f5. G3, queen takes h3. Cheesy Noob, go. Be inspired. Cheesy playing c3. I wish I could watch other games. I guess I could. I could open another window. But that distracts me. Okay. Good counterattack. GM Sid has solid fundamentals. But that trick in the opening that he fell into by playing b4 too early resulted in serious pawn weaknesses. There may be, you know, nothing you can do about that, no matter how good a player you are now. You're going to lose a pawn. It's a serious problem. Like g3 probably makes it worse. Possibly makes it worse with the long diagonal. I don't know if he wants to do that. I don't think that's healthy either. You know, it occurs to me I might have had bishop h6 as well, but then black would have played knight g5, so it's not that clear. Simple structural problem. El Cid. It reminds me of El Cid. What is El Cid? Is that like a Spanish city or something? What is that? Something from like an ancient video game that I played when I was like in high school. Has anybody ever heard of this like 80s game, The Bard's Tale? You'd have to have like a really old school computer gamer. But it was something from that. Like a town in the game, I think. Oh, Cervantes. Okay, that makes sense. Something makes sense around here at least. What do I do? I don't know, maybe queen f5 makes more sense, but he plays knight h4 there. This guy's tricky. 2026. Solid rating. Ultra Bullet, that doesn't really count. He's 1383 in chess 960 based on 8 games. That doesn't really count. Now what do I do? Cheesy Noob likes to play too fast. Like a lot of people around here. It's popular. I think h6 is a useful move. Keeping that knight off of g5. You don't know what to do. I like how Schieberspieler is like, I have 1 minute to 6, but I have time to type this into the chat. That's kind of suspicious. You must be in an awfully good position if you have 1 minute to 6 and you have time to be typing in the chat. I don't feel very optimistic about it. Queen c1. It is super sus. That's a new word I learned recently from my kids. Well, not a word, you know. Anachronism or whatever. Whatever you call it. Sus. It's pretty new. I'm up to date. Mr. Coffee as well. Modern slang. If you can stay up to date with modern slang in our age, Mr. Coffee, you're doing pretty well, I would say. It's pretty sus that I have no tactics. It's too suspicious. Spelling is suspicious. White is so systematic. Just that one little mistake. I mean, I could trade 2 sets of major pieces here. No, I couldn't. What am I talking about? Why am I lying? Lying to you guys. That's why he played Queen c1. I can't trade. Queen takes rook is a bad idea. And keeping my bishop protected is a good idea. So what do I do next? I don't want to lose my pawn. When in doubt, play passively. You could have an Among Us chess tournament. I think we already have that. I have that almost every stream, man. On Monday, I felt bad about accusing this guy, but he was totally guilty. Within hours of my accusation, he was like labeled, but I didn't turn him in. Uber driver notified me about it. I was like 90% sure, but I, didn't have enough evidence to report him to the authorities. Now, White's play is solid. That was surprising recapture. I thought he would come with the other one. El Cid. Damn, dude. El Salido. I have a feeling this isn't going to be easy. Second pawn there. Damn, and he defended that too? Ah, I dropped a piece. Damn it. It's like last time. It sees everything. The Four Seasons. Just kidding. Alright, whatever. I really dropped a piece. So that's what you do. First, you like really don't drop a piece. You gain their trust, and then you actually drop the piece the next move. That's the key. I just left it hanging. Unbelievable. That's embarrassing. Left my knight just hanging on d5. He trusted me because it was... Last time it didn't work. Not the best move that was. Wow. Alright, I don't want to be fancy here. The exchange sack was interesting, but I didn't feel 100% comfortable about taking that risk, honestly. King and pawning games are popular tonight. He could have played rook check and king b1. Objective, that's a better try. Hung a piece there. Man, it's terrible. Got another request to join the team. 100 games. You got it. Alright, you're in. I think it's too late to join this tournament, though, unfortunately. Swisses, you can't join if it's past the halfway point. You're thinking of starting a column called On the Road to 1900. Yeah, what's your real rating, Uber driver? What's your real... I'm curious. I don't want to know your identity. It's too much fun being able to guess who you are, but... We're all curious if Uber driver has been an NM or not. Next round, 126. Two rounds left. May King March with 3 points. Nihao, who's 1700, has 3-0. Guys, what's up with that? He beat Lud. He beat Yevgeny. And he beat Oms. Oh, come on now. He's provisional. Okay. So he's just provisional. I was getting suspicious there, but he's got 31 games of Classical, 2187. 2127 Blitz. Alright. Still not easy to beat Oms. And Yevgeny back-to-back. That's quite an accomplishment. Slightly sus. Well, the 1700 is sus. It's kind of weird that he has rapid. He has classical games, but no rapid. But whatever. His bullet rating is really low. 1900. I see that a lot, though. Yeah, I mean, this player may just beat everybody. I don't know. It doesn't pass the smell test. No, it's not 100% kosher. But I don't want to be paranoid. Well, that one of you guys. You had 7 blunders. You played? Wait. What are you talking about? You played him? I'm confused. What tournament? Schieberspieler. In this tournament. You have 7 blunders, he has 0? Yeah. I probably have like 5. But he's only played 4 games. I don't like when people are 1900 in Bullet and like 2200 in Blitz. That's weird. I had this big lecture yesterday. What do you think about the Bullet ratings? Are Bullet ratings less inflated? Are they more deflated than Blitz? Because I don't play Bullet, so I can't really judge. You know? Schieberspieler? Your Bullet and your Blitz are pretty close, right? Why do I see so many people who are like 1900 Bullet and they're like 2200 in Blitz? Jim's already bored of this conversation. We've had this conversation before. I thought they're close, you know, but I just see tons of people whose Bullet rating is like lower. I just get nervous when I see people with low Bullet ratings. I mean, that used to be the way you would, the only way you could play against computers, right? You play Bullet tournaments. Dude, I don't want to freaking accept this pawn. I'm so sick of accepting this pawn sacrifice, and black always gets the initiative. I know I'm supposed to take the pawn. But I mean, aren't like 90% of the players here on lichess like teenage or younger? Everybody plays Bullet? It seems like the average age on the site is probably like 16. And they all play Bullet. So when I see like players who are newer and they don't have Bullet games, I'm instantly paranoid. I don't play Bullet, but I like to use Bullet as some sort of measurement about my opponents. See, Making March doesn't play Bullet, but some people have like a separate account. You know, that I can understand. You probably want to keep it separate. Jim probably has a secret Blitz account and a secret Bullet account. Agnes Karadusky, thank you for the donation, 100 bits. So I'm probably playing 4 blunders myself today. Yeah, I mean, definitely if you see someone play this tournament and have no blunders in 7 games, it's super suspicious. And especially Schieberspieler, who's a very like correct, safe player, isn't going to have many. But even he's going to have a couple. Yeah, I mean, Magnus is responsible to a large degree. Hikaru, even more so. He's been doing it even longer, popularizing Bullet. Man, I've got very little here. Making March. 3-1 against them. None of these games were that easy. The last one, what was that again? Oh, he's pinned to c3, loses a piece in Monday's stream. This is lame. You know, what I did here is lame. I'm supposed to take this pawn, but every time I take this pawn, it's like I screw it up. It's at the point where it's gotten ridiculous. Like, I've known this variation exists for 30 plus years, and I just never ever play it well. But I have to take the pawn. I think you almost have to take the pawn on c6. Knight c6, bc6, bishop c6. If black plays too hesitantly here, it's possible that I'll get a good game. I wonder if Karpov ever faced that gambit. He's definitely played this line with white. I'd like to see Karpov have played against that. It always had a dubious reputation. Like, as far as I know, that's why I don't really know what to do. The last time I checked, it still wasn't that clear. It's more, it's more correct to play this line with like knight g4. Knight g4 right away isn't a thing. But this position, now after, what am I talking about? Actually, it's knight g4 here. Knight g4 is a normal line, is it not? What is wrong with me? Anyway, I don't know. Knight g4, e3, d6, that's what I'm thinking of. Sorry, guys. Knight g4, e3, and then d6. It's another gambit that I actually played once with black. Queen a5 looks right. May king march. May my inner Boris Gelfand come out. The queen a5 looks like a perfect move. He's going to force through his intentions, force his will. Donald Trump. Election conspiracy. Go blue. We're going to play h3 in honor of the lizard man. Deep blue. Man, I'd love to see the Kasparov deep blue match nowadays. Conspiracy theories are so much more popular. I would have had some company. The lizard man. IBM is part of the lizard conspiracy, probably. Rook fc8, he just doesn't care, just keeps calmly going on. Calmly preparing counterplay. What am I supposed to do? That sucks for me. I don't even know what Schieberspieler would do here. Who is this May King March? Germany. The orange man won't be gone. That's the problem. I wish it was that easy. Hopefully orange man can go to jail, though. When is he going to, like, pardon himself? He hasn't issued... Maybe he secretly issued the preemptive pardon. Do the pardons have to be, like, public? I'm surprised he hasn't pardoned himself and his family yet. When does that happen? You should have to be public about it. Man, making March is like a genius. Now he supports b5, just in time. On the last day, because that's not suspicious. Do I have something here? I'm not confident. This sucks. Can I take? Play f4, then he has some sort of miraculous b4 move. The miraculous b4. f4, b4. Just at the right moment to work. Or resigning. But that's such a psychological thing for him. It's almost like an admission of guilt. I don't know if he can do that. Knight takes b5. Can I do knight takes b5? Rook takes rook. Rook takes rook. Bishop takes b5. You're going to defend yourself. Knight b5, bishop b5, knight b5. Rook takes rook, rook takes rook, rook takes. I think I can actually do this. I might be hanging a piece. That'll be a problem. How do you avoid the state charges? Do you have the prosecutors like assassinated or something? He's like a crime boss. I don't see how he can avoid state prosecution. That's not so easy. This is unbelievable. Black's completely okay. Well, that's believable. I don't know. Gave up his bishop. You with tactic? Are you playing the undefeated guy? This is easy. Of course. You found it. Of course he found it. All right. I have to be like freaking Schieberspieler to win this. White has the two bishops and an outside pawn. But it's really small edge. Karpov maybe. Either Karpov or Schieberspieler. Karpov Jr. Not a lot of margin for error though for White. I did get him to give up his white square bishop, so this is kind of a monster. This is round 6, I believe. We have one more round to go. Thanks everybody for watching. Tomorrow is Weird Wednesday, 11 a.m. Blitz and Rapid. Sheer, let me know if you're streaming. And he's streaming tomorrow. And I need submissions for Thursday's stream. Thursday's subscriber stream. We've only got 1 or 2 submissions. And the ones that I missed already. Remind me if you've submitted a game for Thursday night's stream. Make King merch would be better. Only Friday. Alright. I love Fridays. My favorite day. That's the day before my day off. My sometimes day off. Queen A5 is best. I thought it was best. It may not be though. I have something here. Is it possible? Sounds like another one of those intros to Ancient Aliens. You know, I mean, people used to criticize Ancient Aliens, but I mean, seriously, the stuff that's coming out of the Republican Party now. Cannibals and lizard men. That's the stuff that we're going to believe is real? And then we've got knight c6. That bishop is key. But queen a5 might have been a blunder, so now I've got knight e7. He's got to sack the exchange. Practical decision. Praktikus. Lizard stimulus cannibals. Right. I don't know if I can save this pawn, but I guess I ought to try. I really don't feel it for that pawn. I'm going to let you go, pawn. You're going to have to do without you. Man, he didn't take it. Unbelievable. All right. What is up with this, man? I'm up the exchange for a pawn. Not so easy. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Keep your distance. I wasn't expecting that. Now he's gaining time. Dude, how fast is this guy? Just lucky. I think it's probably a draw. He should have brought his knight back. There's no way we have like definitive analysis on this ending though. It's too much for a table base. Too many pieces on the board. I don't know, man. I think it's a draw. Probably. Bogey Knight against Sumahair. Alright, that's not interesting. Last game. Schieberspieler lost. Oh no. Oh no. Not the guy. The 1700. He had 2 blunders. Wow. So Schieberspieler was just completely winning. Oh wow, this is not a suspicious game. It's not Rembrandt's brother, no. I mean, the guy was totally lost. Schieberspieler just not looking like he's in good form here. He was +4. I mean, I don't think so. I don't know. Normally he would win this. I don't think we can, send that game for a report or something. Neo4 asked to join the team. He is on quite a streak there. It's a terrible game statistically. It's not going to hold up in court if we try to argue that White was using an engine, though anything's possible. In my opinion, he switched on the engine too late. But his score is pretty crazy. 4-0 against, one player who was lower rated, but Yevgeny, Oms, and you back to back to back. I don't know. He'll probably beat me too. Then we'll be sure. And then we can tie for a second together. Schieberspieler. You really think it's suspicious, though? I mean, I don't know. Based on the overall... It's suspicious that his rapid rating is 1700. Take care, man. But we can't assume the worst. Could be. No, I mean, it shouldn't be. If he played no inaccuracies against other guys, then probably he is an engine. Of course it's possible, Schieberspieler. He has a 1900 bullet rating, and he's like playing instant moves against me. He's gained time already. But I don't know, now I'm completely paranoid, so it's hard to concentrate. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm completely empathetic. Like I would feel the same thing if I were in your situation, but I can't really make a determination till I actually see some games. On the surface, your game looks like a really bad game from both sides that you should have won, but we don't know. White's already used no time at all. I'll take a look at all the games and make, my own determination. But if he has both games against Yevgeny and Oms with no inaccuracies, then it's not good. But thanks for making me extra paranoid. Appreciate it. You got to give him a little advantage. Those guys are not patzers. Yevgeny's good. Oms is very good. I mean, Oms is a candidate master. I know you know. I mean, Schieberspieler is IM strength. What's up, WFM Darina? Alright, what is this? He's just like randomly sacrificing a pawn. Like out of the blue. WFM Darina has a Saturday team battle she's setting up with help of Danes. I mean, this is crazy, right? He just sacked a pawn and played d5. That's really surprising. He doesn't have enough compensation. I mean, the decisions he's making are weird and kind of random, I would say. He's 18-12 in Chess 960, which is about right for his ratings. Maybe. This is crazy, though. It's really weird play by White. For someone who's, like, undefeated. He turned off the engine. No, I don't know, man. I don't want to make, accusations if I'm not sure. Of course, it's a suspicious result. White's play is very strange. I would say that about this game. He could play like some bad moves on purpose and then start playing well again. It looks really weird to me. I mean, I'm already in agreement. White's play looks difficult to rationalize. That's just a bad move. I could have played knight c4 check as well. So I don't know. I don't know what to think. A weak player playing as an engine some of the time. He could be real. It's hard for me to say. Like, I really don't know. No clue. He's played too weakly against me, in my opinion, to have been able to beat Oms, Yevgeny, and Schieberspieler in a row. That doesn't add up. You can't play that good and then play this bad. It's almost impossible. Unless you're purposely like turning it off and on. I agree, it's like super suspicious. I was right on Monday, but I'm not sure. It's a shame to have that conspiracy hanging over the result of the tournament, though, the final round. Not to be sure your opponent is real or not. Unfortunately, it's part of life now, as we know it, in internet chess. I hope Schieberspieler is not too put off. Have another whiskey and join the club. There's no way, he can be that good. Those guys are really good. You'd have to be extremely lucky to get lucky 3 games in a row. Flip a coin 3 times. Now he's like tanking. There's only 7 rounds. It's a rapid. The blitz is 9. It would take too long with rapid. So guys, check out the Saturday team battle, 3+1. I don't know if WFM Darina is still here. I don't remember exactly what time that team battle is, but our team is on the list to play. I'm not promising I'm going to play. because Saturdays are my day off. It depends how I feel. But you guys are welcome to play on behalf of the Pawnda team. And I believe that there will be a streamer battle on Sunday. Looking forward. But more importantly, Thursday's my analysis stream. Yeah, now he's like just gone. So he didn't like the conspiracy theories. Am I missing something? Now he's back. Gone and back. From the frying pan into the proverbial fire. White is strategically lost. The bishop on f1 is quite passive, and I don't have a bad bishop. White made this insane move, knight takes g7. Almost nobody in their right mind would do that. So that is like one of the weirdest moves ever. And he made that very quickly. Why would you just trade this strong guy? Knight d2 looked fairly strong for white here. At least it holds up e4. Not like it works completely, I'm not sure, but I don't know, maybe it's not good enough. I'm threatening knight takes e4 check. But this move is like total capitulation. If he has to play knight takes g7, white's gone. Who's chatting? I don't know. Maybe it's Gary. According to Nigel Short, it's Gary. No, Bobby Fischer. My bad. But we're not sure. Only 7 rounds. Could be. Bobby back from the dead, maybe. White's time use is bizarre. Maybe it's re-rent. His alt account. It's listed as 9 rounds? Are you serious? Oh shit, did I make it 9 rounds? No way. Can't change it now. Oh my god. I wasn't prepared for 9 rounds. Are we serious? Wow. I have the feeling now he's going to start playing well. Maybe right about now. I didn't realize it was 9. It was supposed to be 7. We always do 7 on the rapid. Man, I must have been asleep at the switch when I set up this tournament. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to make it 9 rounds. That's crazy. If you guys can't play, I understand completely. It's supposed to be 7 rounds. I thought this was the final round, but I made it 9 rounds by accident. Why do you guys tell me this now? It doesn't matter though. I guess even if you told me I couldn't modify it mid-tournament. leave it at the fact that the play by white in this game was super weird. Am I winning this king and pawning game? I hope so. Let's see. Maybe not. That's kind of disturbing. I might actually not be winning the king and pawning game. That's bizarre. I'm not sure the king and pawning game was winning. Now he resigned. Okay, the whole game was super weird. Like, this is like a chance now for rook c3, rook c7. Dude, this game is really super sketch. Yeah, I agree. How could this player have beaten those guys so bad? 20 CPL. Let's see, Alms is even stronger than Yevgeny. 16, yeah. That looks like a really bad blunder by Alms, though. You know, he just hung a piece here. I mean, it is kind of weird. I don't know. If you think somebody's suspicious, you gotta report them. That's all I can say. I am not the justice system. Not enough evidence to make a conclusion, I guess. Alms playing Aldous, though. But I do think that, you know, if you smell a rat, there probably is a rat. Most times. If it looks like a rat and it walks like a rat and it farts like a rat, it's probably a rat, you know. Most of the time. The problem is, like, sometimes there's exceptions where there's a false positive and those people are innocent, and, you know, we have to be careful about throwing around accusations. I never actually heard a rat fart, but I'm assuming they do. What statistics are real? I thought that was made up by lizard people. I thought that was just a fantasy, like rich intellectuals used to justify their moral actions or something. Man, that's like science, isn't it? That's too close to science. I'm notism. It's very suspicious. It might be based on fact. Astrobate, don't do any of that statistic stuff. Alright? Statistics show that, like, for the most part, vaccines are safe. You're not going to trick me with that statistic stuff, man. Alright, this is a close game between two good players. Those two connectors are stronger than these two, with the support of the rook on the 7th. But I'm not sure. They're separated by the rook. I mean, he does have a third pawn on a6. I'm pretty sure I don't have a freaking clue what's going on here. It's too complicated. Yeah, Astrobate. DNA isn't real either. That's alright. Don't believe what those scientists say. Rook a4 check. White's got a little problem with that G pawn coming down. How fast is he? I'll take my chances with the vaccine, man. I don't want to get COVID. I probably have like a 10% chance of dying from COVID. I'm not interested. Given that my age and the fact that I used to be a smoker, I probably got at least solid 10% chance. I'm not interested in those odds. G2. What is happening here? Whoa, King D6. I actually expected D6, but he played King D6. Oh my god, this is complicated. Aldisto is so tricky. I was thinking Alms was black. He is black. Alright. That was weird. I also missed that move. That's funny. Wait, what happened? E7 check. Oh, he played King E8. So black misses King F7. Oh my god, what happens after King F7? That's the whole point. Yeah, no, King F7 looks good. I don't understand. Aldisto's a little, like, has better nerves and time pressure than Alms. Alms is good too, but Aldisto's really, really tricky. But this was like a bad endgame where I'm sure both sides made lots of mistakes. It's just way too complicated to play accurately at this time control. I'm sure that both sides made tons of inaccuracies. King F7, Rook A8, Rook takes D5 check. Wait, no. Alright, let's see the analysis. Yeah, you're right. King F7, Rook A8, Rook D5 check, King takes. Yeah, it's winning. It didn't matter. Now that's fairly easy to see. Yeah. No, he was lost anyway. That's funny though, I was thinking about D6 for white. It's actually stronger. The two pawns were stronger. White was able to get coordinated with everything. So that wasn't a swindle. Schieberspieler's out. I did not intend to make this 9 rounds, guys. I'm so sorry, honestly, for keeping you late. Yeah, it's definitely late to join now. You could have joined like until round 5. It was supposed to be 7 rounds. Accidentally made 9. I think I even wrote in the channel, on the team channel, that it was 7 rounds. I need detention. You guys just gotta stay after school for 2 more rounds. This happened 3 times already. Man, that's so annoying. I know I shouldn't use Firefox. It's an outdated, ancient browser, but I just can't bring myself to support a monopolizing company. So what am I doing here? Aldisto Classical Queen's Gambit. 94 right away. Totally got me out of book. The ultra accelerated Lasker defense. You got me on this. I'm sure this has been played. He doesn't get the free h6. I played it a move later against my friend Joe once with black. I played the Lasker without h6. But here he's playing it even before castling. I doubt it can be that bad. Aldisto is not an opening theory guy. He plays offbeat stuff. Honestly, like, kind of at a loss here for white as to what to do. If he castles, I mean, I don't know. It still seems solid for black. I was thinking of playing e4. It seems pretty crazy, actually. We could even play e5 if I do that. That's nuts. So this is a pretty cool idea. Not really his style, though. What if I play bishop d3 and I take on h7? See, the c6 makes me not want to play cd, because he plays cd. I don't know what to do. This is a weird move, too. Yeah, what would Mihai Suba do? Some sort of subtle, like, rook b1, claim that white has an advantage, but not really. This is hard, man. I mean, white doesn't have much. It's not his style, though. Aldo still likes to play like wild attacking chess. You know, this is like the anti Aldisto. This is like Schieber-Spieler solid. I'm gonna have to do something eventually, so whatever. It's similar to my game with Joe from 30 years ago, but I didn't play c6 and he didn't play rook c1. We would have had the same position with those moves taken out. g6 looks suspicious. Temptations begin. To play h4. What would Jabava do? Jabava's definitely he's definitely playing h4 now. What am I going to do when black plays e5? I expected h6, but this keeps the f5 square. That's actually very useful. In the event of e5, I don't have the move bishop f5, like strategic idea from an earlier game I played today. g6 is pretty deep. Yeah, if I play h4, e5, he's in my face. Like, I have a problem. Not so easy to deal with. I mean, e5's coming anyway. So this g6 totally changes the equation. That sort of sucks. This doesn't even work. Does it work? Doesn't even freaking work. Alright, whatever. Queen b3 doesn't help. I couldn't come up with an answer. g6 is sort of devious. He stops bishop f5. He's starting e5. 99% of the time, you're playing, you're playing the Lasker with black plays h6. This would never be a thing. But now he can play e5, threatening to win a piece. So what am I going to do? Take twice on e5, and then take on d5 and offer a draw or something? a5 is a crazy move. That doesn't seem necessary. I don't think he should do that. Kind of a reprieve for me. I think he has e5 there. Strongly last move. So, things aren't as bad as they were. White still has surprisingly little advantage with that bishop buried there and all of his pawns on the white squares. You'd think like white would have something, but it's like e5. He doesn't like e5 for some reason, but it looks okay to me. I could sack a piece for 3 pawns. cd5. Can I even get 3 pawns? That wasn't his plan, I guess. Maybe he's going to play it now. Bishop c4, b5 is kind of annoying. Well, I'm not sure if it's a good move for black. Maybe I should go for this. Let him play b5. b5 is haunting me now. I mean, it's always going to be a thing. Until it's not. Lulu is a GM? You're an NM. We already determined that. Masturbate. It's frustrating to play against Aldisto because he plays quickly. King G7 is more practical. Extremely practical chess. Maybe I should play e4 at some point, but I'm dropping my central pawn. So now what? Rook e1. Is this a good idea? Are you sure? No. This is crazy. It all works out. Like he's got this weird g6 idea in the Lasker, hyper-accelerated Lasker defense. Is it possible that he's played this before? That's like a plan? Never in my life have I seen anything like that. Now f5. I mean, it looks super dangerous, but it seems to be okay. I was looking at e4 now. I have bishop e6. And then he has knight c5. God. That's crazy. That just works tactically. Bishop e6, knight c5 takes. Bishop e6. And I'm just worse. Maybe I have to trade and take the open file, but I'm not sure. I'm okay here. This sucks. I don't really like this, you know? His king's open, but what can I do about it? The bishop is a problem for black. He needs to get it out, but he's tied down to b7. You don't understand rook e1, then d5? You think there's some sort of logic between those moves? The plan was to play e4 until I decided I hated it and I changed my mind. I didn't like it If I play e4, he plays f4 and just locks it up on the dark squares. So rook e1 was like a sort of, well, it's still relatively useful. It's just hanging out, you know, in the position. There's no way he can do that, right? Can't believe it. He has a defense. So all I can do is win a freaking pawn. After all this, a measly pawn. Just a measly old pawn. I could have checked him instead of taking the pawn with queen c7, and maybe that was better. Queen c7 check, but what do I do if his king goes to h6? It's hard to mate him. Pawn in your hand is better than 4 in the bush. That's what I heard. He could have gone to h6 if I try to check him. I'm not sure. Queen c7 check, king h6. Rook d7 though. That is sort of scary, isn't it? Like, what's he gonna do? Hello. What's your name? e4 is an interesting move too. How interesting, I don't know. So, now what? This looks like a starting place. Is it though? More pawn grabbing. Saw that. He sees everything. Another pawn grab. Whoa. What? Oh my god. Just when you thought you've seen everything. How is he constantly getting ahead on time? Even when he's on, like, facing mate in 1, he doesn't use any time. Wow. h3 is good. Two pawns up. Should be a win. Famous last words. He seems to gain more time than me. The lizard people. It's definitely related. He sees everything. Karpovian quiet move. Yeah, he's a good player. Alright, we were lucky. That was pretty much out of control. Alright, back to the tournament. We got one more round. Sorry, Duan. Queen g5, check, rook 7th rank. I didn't see that. I was fixated with the H file. Man, Bang Bang Drama now in second place. He had a Swiss Gambit with a loss. Oh, it was a forfeit loss in round 1. Then he was absent. Now he has 5.5 out of 6. Whoa. He had easier pairings to start with. Worked his way up to Bogey Knight, draw with Aldisto, win against Yevgeny, and a win against that account that was hard to understand. Alright. Bang Bang Drama 2241. Like, he's solid. 2100 abouts. So I'll have to play him. Schierspieler dropped out. Protest. Nothing can go wrong. I can win the tournament. It's not rated though. Bang Bang Drama got his rating from our last rated tournament. Well, he started it out anyway. He was like provisional. The accidentally rated tournament I made. Sorry, it's kind of a long one today, guys. I'm not sure you were prepared to stay this long, so looks like it was a little bit of an accident. Anyway, I'm sorry Schieberspieler left. Let's go, guys. 9 seconds left till really the last round this time. Schieberspieler's not been here for a while and he's still in 3rd place. That's pretty good, dude. Alright, let's play the English. I'm getting hungry. I wasn't prepared for this extra 2 rounds. Didn't eat enough dinner. Walter Brown said it's better to be hungry than eat right before you play. We would go out to dinner a couple times together. Walter didn't like to listen, but he was a great talker. But he was a tremendous player. Lots of good stories. Alright, I like this line. Bogey Knight, end of the tournament. Alright, man, it's a long one. I don't mean to make it that long. My apologies for anybody who has to leave. This is a known gambit line. Make sure you write Walter Brown with an E, move 11. Because there was this tournament director named Walter Brown. He might still be around. R-O, you know, the normal spelling. Yeah, I mean, he was a great blitz player, but the problem was he had this incredible nervous energy that made it hard to concentrate. The whole table was like vibrating, and he had like all kinds of mannerisms. But I have this theory that people who are like physically nervous are more calm inside sometimes. and the people who seem calm are more nervous inside. You really can't judge. It's like he's able to put all of his nervous energy into those like crazy movements and stuff, like moving his head back and forth. It's hard to concentrate against a player like that. Really tough. So Bang Bang Drama didn't take the pawn. That's obviously critical. I've had several games here, you know, with different players in that gambit line. I guess I have to play f4. You don't have to, but if you want to keep your pawn, and then they take c6 is pretty lame, honestly. It looks like a weird French Sicilian hybrid. Maybe I better not pin myself here. Bishop e3, queen b6. It is interesting. Bishop e3, queen b6. Queen b6, knight a4. Queen a5 check. Bishop d2. Bishop b4. When the line starts to get really weird, then what do I do? Right, anyway, it looks fun. He won't necessarily play that, but I mean, it is an idea. He did. Are you taking my advice? Maybe black will sack the queen. I actually don't know this line, so you won, I guess. I wish I won every game where I had a winning position. There was this time against Huang Tong Trong where I was up a rook and lost. I freaked out and started like yelling at her after the game. There was another game where I was up a rook and I almost lost against another strong player. I wish it was that easy. We could get a winning position and just win. There's a saying that says, the hardest position to win is a winning position. I think there's a reason for that. So now, I have to play bishop d2. No, I wasn't really sure what's happening here. White is better, but I mean, is it clear? Because I'm not certain. Bishop e4 looks okay for black. My knight is on the side of the board. So what do I do after bishop e4? It looks like I'm going to have to exchange on c6, which I'm not really excited about, honestly. I guess I could play knight f3, like bishop e4, knight f3, and take with a knight on d2. That's kind of interesting. But as I said, I don't like taking on c6 here. The problem is that knight f3 is really slow. So what am I supposed to do? It's not obvious. Knight takes c6 looks kind of lame. I guess I'm going to go back. I don't have a lot of confidence in this position, though. Seriously. Knight b3 doesn't do anything. Drops a piece. Knight takes c6 is slow, but maybe it is the right move. I don't know. Knight c6, dc. Knight c3. Knight c6, b6, knight c3. Maybe I have to play this. I don't like it, honestly. I really don't like this. But it's like anything else is like super slow. This doesn't feel right for white. I did something wrong. Maybe the whole variation isn't good. Maybe bishop e3 isn't good. You know, maybe I have to play knight b3. That was my other option. Just play knight b3 directly. I don't know if I have any advantage here or not. Maybe I still have something. But the symmetrical structure is lame for white. Not much. This is very lame. Black only very slightly worse. 97A3. That might be an issue. He'll have to give up his dark square bishop. But I'm still not sure how big my advantage is. That looks like knight h6, knight e7, followed by giving up his bishop. It's like a Nimzo. Trade on c3. But the pawn structure isn't great. You know, I have no dynamic breaks here, and it's totally symmetrical. I would think that black has reasonable chances to hold, even giving up the dark squared bishop, if they could get their bishop to the long diagonal. This move, however, is different. So I have knight e4 here, with that huge hold on d6. I think here he could be in serious trouble. But then again, I mean, he trades queens, and how bad can it be? Yeah. This is a tough call. Should I go for the endgame where I'm slightly better? Or I mean, am I more than slightly better? I guess I'm more than slightly better here. This is a safe move. Very strong, you know, positional bind with like c5 and the knight on d6. It could go all the way into an endgame. Speaking of Walter Brown, he would love this. Last round of 9. Knight d6 check. Knight takes f7. Bishop e8 check, and I go back. And you gain time for development. That doesn't make sense. No. Bishop e8 check, knight takes rook. So you got another idea. What is it? Knight d6 check, king c7, knight f7. The idea is resigns. Yeah. It looks like he's lost. This is... I don't see tactics as quickly as some people. Big bad Walter. Walter was good because he was play e4 and d4 though. He gave up playing e4 in his prime. And then, yeah, somebody should like write a book of his games. I'm surprised that nobody has done a collection of like Walter Brown's games. Maybe somebody does, but that I didn't know about it. It would be an interesting project. He was a great player. I would think like some California player would probably pick that up, but a lot of interesting stuff you could learn from him. Very good queen pawn player, although he started out playing e4, kind of a Karpov thing where he gave it up. He later took up chess again in his retirement and started playing e4 at the end, the very end, which was kind of funny. For years and years he didn't play e4. He tragically died. That was a shock, you know. He was so vibrant. So Bang Bang Drama's not giving up here, which is smart. I don't want to fall asleep with this player, or any player for that matter. Take everyone seriously. King e3. I think king e3's okay. Anonymous Gifter is giving... What just happened? Move 11, you became unanonymous. Your anonymity didn't last too long there. He started out the donation as anonymous, but then his name appeared. It said anonymous gifter, and then it's Move 11 gifted 5 tier 1 subs. Community sacked my duck. Interesting name. Move 11. G. Christiansen. Batan is back. Batan CR. Dragon B70, International Master, Tonat Min, is in the house. I didn't see him there. And Marzi Matsko, who's a personal friend of mine and a really good guy. So, thanks, Move 11. Very generous. Guys, you can check out Tonat Min, aka Dragon B70, also streaming here on Twitch. Bishop takes e4, we're trading rooks. That's my main thing. I don't think that Bang Bang Drama should make this exchange. Like, this is very important practical chess. He may have given up hope, but he should play rook f8. You got to keep the rooks on the board. It's like, I know that you're probably going to lose to most players here, but this is a very important, like, fundamental practical mistake. If you're going to play it out, you got to avoid exchanging rooks. It's a long tournament. He's probably tired, but I'm definitely grabbing this. Rook exchange. Now, I don't think that works. He's up. Down 2 exchanges now. Creative. If that works, I give you full credit. But that's 2 exchanges. He's going a little too far, I believe. Does it work somehow? Does he have some sort of trap? I mean, I guess it could be some crazy blockade down 2 exchanges. If that works, obviously, I take back everything I was saying. But in general, you don't want to avoid the exchange of, you want to avoid the exchange of rooks. There's still hope left. Here he's gone really wacky. Double exchange sacrifice. No, so it's pretty serious material investment. Theoretically, he could set up a blockade. But I think I can bring it down by giving the exchange back at some key moment pretty easily. Return sacrifice. That's the way to win. Oftentimes too with like rook and bishop versus rook and bishop opposite colors. Often an exchange sacrifice to break through with like 2 pawns. I was thinking here we're ready to give back the exchange. Forget about like trying to mate him or something. His king gets out on b6, it's too hard. I have no way in. Here he should lose his queen side, I was guessing. Loss of queen side. No, on the level it was kind of a cool attempt. Oh, I blundered the exchange. I don't mind losing an exchange there. Yeah. He feels like obligated to take it. It's obviously lost. Yeah, I'll have to check out this opening later. Weird, I've never seen anybody play a6. It's probably not great, but it should be playable for him, actually. So what's the easiest way to win here? Queen the pawn? Give him a pawn? Dangerous? You're gonna give me a pawn. always simplify, you know, to the most basic kind of end game if you're trying to convert. King and pawn is, of course, the simplest. He's out of the square. Alright, so that was fairly smooth. It looks so ugly they have to put the 9th round under the 8th one. So I got to 8.5. Bang Bang Drama finished as second, even though he lost the last round. Wait, we've still got games left. I take it back. We've still got games left. It's not over. 1 game, 2 games, Uber driver. Oh, this is huge. Aldisto against the Draw Master. Uber driver's fast too. He's gotten faster. He got a new car, and with his new car, it's been like all speed. So no surprise there. Aldisto happy with the draw from that position. You know, he's on the defensive completely, pinned down under sniper fire. Aldisto gets half point with 5, so nobody catches up to Bang Bang except for maybe the winner of this game, Mr. Slow. Oh no. Oh man, another one bites the dust. 3 pawns up, opposite color, bishop. Man, oh man. This goes in the... You gifted a draw? I gifted a draw to Schieberspieler up a pawn today. No, another one goes in the analysis bin. Six points is a good result. That also finished second. Although Schieber shouldn't have dropped out. He would have probably finished second or third. Surprisingly, Ruslan got to 5 with a forfeit win in the last round. No. What's this? Oh, that he did get a forfeit win in the last round. That sucks. Making March, but I didn't, you know. I also can't expect you guys to play for 2 extra rounds. The tournament was only supposed to be 7 rounds. So I'm sorry for the forfeit. Maybe somebody had to leave. That's understandable. Is this game finished? So that's it. I win this very dramatic tournament with some suspicious something going on. So second place is this guy with 1700 rapid rating. I don't know about that. He's second place technically with the silver cup. Bang Bang Drama with third. Solidly. Nobody able to catch him. Actually, he had good tie breaks. Bang Bang Drama. I'm not sure. Could anybody have caught him? It looks like not. Actually, Aldisto, even if he had won, he would have finished lower on tie break. And the same thing with Uber Driver, probably. So it was Bang Bang Drama had it all the way for third place. Ruslan got the forfeit, got the 5. Aldisto not lucky today. He got 5. Uber Driver setting the record for the most draws in one of these tournaments ever. This will probably stand forever because we're never going to have another 9-round rapid tournament. Schieberspieler quit. Making March forfeited last round. But again, I'm excusing the forfeits because it wasn't supposed to be 9 rounds. Bogey Knight last round. He got a last round forfeit? No. Why is that point like white? Oh, he had a bye in last round. Duh. Mr. Slowhand with 4.5. No doubt had tough pairings today, probably. So we had a total of 27 players. Ludlud, Yevgeny, Alms, thanks for playing. Cheesy Noob, Astrobait, you got you 2 wins. Yeah, Schieberspieler. So the tournament's finished. Your vanquisher is second. Bang Bang Drama was third. And you would have still hung in for second or third place, obviously, if you had stayed. But anyway, I was kind of lucky. Yeah, it wasn't supposed to be 9 rounds. So it's extra late, guys. I'm going to be back tomorrow morning. Streaming weird openings Wednesday with Blitz and Rapid Chess, 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you later. Thanks, Mr. Coffee. I don't know if JCS was here. Appreciate you guys modding. We'll see you See you on Friday, Schieberspieler, with your stream. Thanks to Tonop Min, also stopped by watching the stream. He got a gift sub. You guys can check out his stream, and obviously Schieberspieler, VIP Schieberspieler stream. Thanks everybody. Thanks Mr. Slowhand for donating. Agnes Karadewski and Move 11 for your gift subs. Appreciate it, guys. Take care. Have a great night. Bye bye. Thanks, Pawnda, for the bye bye.